The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk. And I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. And as you can see, we are not in any studio. We're not in a restaurant. We are in Sparks, Nevada at the Nevada Veterans Memorial Plaza with Kristopher Dahir. And we have Millie, and I want to make sure I pronounce your last name right. I'm going to let you say it. Werder.
Thank
awesome.
you.
I'm horrible with names. So we're really excited to be here, and I'm excited to once again have amazing sponsors. So I want to make sure I give my sponsors a shout out. And before that, we want to give a shout out to FenixMedia.us. And we've got Kristopher. People are walking by, so I could get distracted. So anyway, so Christian back there, the man behind the curtain, I love that he can just go do his thing back there. So Surratt Law Practice, thank you. We have Kirk Allure with Gratis Gives Processing, and there will be 2 more new logos coming up very soon, Hall and Rye, and Plastic Surgeons, and Wild River Grill. Who doesn't want to look good and eat good and sit by the river and use Gratis Gives Processing to give back and also have the best family attorney in town, Kim Surratt. So without all of them, we wouldn't be able to have the show. So thank you. And we usually say a little bit about what's been happening. There's a lot of stuff going on and things are opening back up. And I'm so excited about that. Very happy about that. And I'm glad that we're outside here and enjoying it. So before that, I want to mention Mother's Day is coming up. So I know Wild River Grill is having an amazing Mother's Day brunch. And you know how it's so cool to be outside by the river. They have music, mimosas, flowers. I'll say a little bit more at the end of the show, but please check out Wild River Grill for Mother's Day. You're going to love it. I also want to give a shout out to Mari Chewy. I don't know if the Village, oh my gosh, if you know anything about in Reno, Nevada, it's brand new. It's amazing. And we love Chewy. You know, Chewy. You know, he's
incredible.
We all love Chewy. So Chewy was in Midtown. Actually, he was in Reno on Keystone and 4th or Keystone and 5th. It was Fresh Mex first when I first met him. Like, yeah. I knew him like when I was at St. Albert's as a parish life director, and he advertised in the back of the bulletin. So Chewy and I go way back, and then he went to Midtown, which is his first one, then now in your territory in Sparks location, and now he's at the Village Ranchera. So they had an amazing event there. There was dancing horses, there was dancers, there was hot peppers. I got to have my wine there. It was amazing. So I want to thank them. And also at the Renaissance Hotel, and I know it's bocce ball, but it's called Boondocks. It's like where you can go play bocce ball, and
bocce, yeah.
It's pretty cool. So they had a re-grand opening. So I got to have my About Town Deb wine there. Tahoe Blue was there as well. And 3 local beer distilleries were there. So, or breweries, not distilleries. So lots of good stuff. People are opening back up. People are getting back to work, and we're so grateful. So that's kind of what's been happening in my world. But definitely before Mother's Day, I want to make sure everybody gets a shout out to say Happy Mother's Day. Do you have a special shout out you'd like to make?
Well, I have my mom.
Yeah, and
your
beautiful,
my beautiful
wife.
wife. But then also, it's Millie's first Mama's Day.
I didn't know that.
Just recently.
Oh, congrats. Happy Mother's Day. See
Yes.
how the universe works. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Boy or girl?
Boy. He's 5 months old.
What's his name?
Theodore. We call him Theo.
Theo. Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you for
that
Theo.
is
Thank you very
so
much.
nice. And so, tell us a little bit about your boy, since it's, I know it's not Father's Day, but I know they're grown up, and your beautiful wife.
Well,
Let's give her a shout out too.
28 years that woman and I have been hanging
Yay!
out. So a long time, but our kids are 26 and 23. As a matter of fact, Noah might come by here with his little puppy at some
We
point.
hope so.
But my oldest is married, lives up in Yakima, Washington, doing great. I'm just waiting to find out when I'm going to be a grandpa one day.
Pretty soon,
No
maybe.
pressure.
Adam.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But no, truthfully, I tell you what, one of the most amazing things is to be dad. And obviously it's about Mother's Day, and I could not imagine even walking through any of that without my wife. She's just amazing.
Yep. And I want to give a special shout out to Grandma B, and I always give a shout out to Aunt Glenda, because the gift of adoption is a pretty big deal. And so Grandma B, as a young mom, struggled a little bit. So she but we got connected to a beautiful home with Nana and Papa. And so thank you, Grandma B, for giving not only the gift of birthing me, but the gift of finding home and then being back in my life and never leaving my life. So happy Mother's Day. And we're wearing Papa's hat today. And you're also going to see when we come back for the next segment. This was Papa's when he was in, I don't know if this was in World War II or the Korean War, but this is actually one of his hats. And I brought it because we are at Sparks, Nevada, and we want to honor our veterans. And so Kristopher Dahir, he's going to talk a lot about, and so is Millie, why they're so passionate about all of us getting involved and being a part of this. And so I'm not only, we talked about Mother's Day. So Kristopher's not only a husband, a father, a councilman here, college president, pastor, chaplain, community leader, and a friend to us all. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So we're honored to have you here, not just as a friend, but as a council person, and you have other stuff going on, but being a big part of this amazing memorial. And there's lots of cool stuff that you're doing. So we're going to take our break. We come back. It's all going to be about our Nevada veterans and this memorial, and we want you to stay tuned. And if you have a veteran you want to honor, in the comments, if you're watching a replay, please put their name in and say a little bit about them, because it's so important that we honor them and never forget them. So we're going to take a break. It's About Town Devon City Talk, and we'll
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver. but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. And I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. Again, I'm so excited to be outside and things are opening up and I'm in Sparks, Nevada. You know, it's, as Kristopher heard that, my town, your town, any town. But right now I'm in the Sparks town in Nevada. That is where I'm at. And we are here to honor our veterans. So I'm going to turn it over to Kristopher Dahir because not only you're a huge part of this. So I'm going to let you like kind of take over a little bit.
Sure.
So it's all yours right now.
Well, let's begin by just showing you what this will look like. You might have visited it and came down here. And if you haven't, I'd encourage you to do so. But this video will give you a little glimpse of what this will look like truly in a matter of months, where it's going to look like. So please enjoy this.
You can hear it as it whispers through the mountains etched in time. It's a truth that touches deep within my soul, and it echoes through the ages, and it echoes throughout life. It's a sound of freedom's light, let freedom ring. And all the sons and all the fathers, and the mothers and sisters too, who have paid the greatest price for you and me to live as we do. They will not be e'er forgotten. They will not have died in vain. They will live within our hearts, 'cause freedom reigns. Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign through every breath I have within me. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring, let freedom ring through every corner of the world. Freedom knows we are different in our colors and beliefs, yet it shines the same for each and every one. It's a gift we know is precious, it's a gift worth everything. May it live forevermore, let freedom ring. So just stop and take a moment, see your children as they play, and the many things we take for granted each and every day. And in the evening when you close your eyes, knowing your family's safe, say an extra little prayer, 'cause freedom reigns. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring, let freedom ring through every breath I have within me. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring through every corner of the world. And every voice shall rise and sing as one throughout the nations. And in freedom's light, we'll celebrate with shouts of joy. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring through every breath I have within me. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring through every corner of the world. Let freedom ring through every corner of the world. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring.
Okay. And we're back. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that exciting?
That was so, you two have got to be so proud because you guys have been working on this. So I'm not taking up any more time.
So Well,
share the vision and
one
how
of the
it
things
came.
interesting is people come down here and people love what we have here, and they're like, "Congratulations, it's so good." And I'm always like, "Well, that's just like 10% of what's going to be here." And I know it's hard for people to realize, but we've been working on this for about 6 years, and this was founded by a dear friend of mine that passed away last September, Mayor Ron Smith. And we are here to help finish that. He was the president, founder, all those things. I came alongside and helped. Last year, Millie joined us, and we'll be talking to her a little bit about what she's up to and what she has going on. But just let me give you the vision of this, just so you know when you come down here, what we're hoping to create. One is that we're going to honor 897 plus whoever else needs to be honored of fallen soul men and women who gave their life and paid the ultimate price. And so it's important we understand that, because I believe they should never be forgotten. Our freedom costs something, and it's valuable, and we must pay attention. So that's a piece of that. But then the other thing is we'll have all the branches of the military here on a bench until all of them will be honored. So if you come down here and, you can come down and know this is a place for you as well. You're going to have American flag, and you're going to have the Nevada flag, and then you're going to have our flag from Nevada Veterans Memorial. So it's one of those things that it's just going to be a place where you can come down and relax. You can have ceremonies here. They can have concerts here. We also can have a place of reflection. So if you're going through something, matter of fact, right now, it's kind of neat being here. If you come down here for any length of time, there's people who will come and put a flower down or something just because of a loved one they're remembering. So it's just a place of remembrance, of honor. But I hope it translates into a passion that says our freedom matters. Look at these people who gave so much. Now, the other part of this that's exciting is around the whole thing is you're going to actually have an education path. And now this is something that we all knew was coming, and it was very exciting to us. It can't be in this phase yet. And it's going to be called the Ron E. Smith education path. We're so excited to honor him that way. Our board unanimously wanted to do that. But it's going to happen in the very beginning. You'll see where we began in 1864 as a country, and then you'll tell our whole story. And so this place is going to be a place for people to come. And so I know Millie's been way involved in a few different projects. What are some of the big things coming up? I know you're jazzed.
She's ready.
Well, we have lots of big things coming up. And really, the big thing that's on the top of our mind is our telethon that's coming up. So we were lucky enough to record at the Grand Sierra Resort here in Reno, Nevada. And we recorded earlier this year, but we will be airing it actually live on Colo 8 at 4 p.m. Pacific, May 15th. So it's coming up right around the corner. Now, it's not your typical telethon that some of you may be familiar with. It is actually going to be really interactive. You could log on via social media. You could obviously watch if you are local via Colo 8. And what we are doing is we are presenting an opportunity for you to really give back. And in that sense, we are fundraising towards the second phase that Kristopher spoke about earlier. And so hopefully we can see you on Colo 8. We can see you on our Facebook. We'll be sharing the link via our YouTube if you don't have access to the local channel. And we just would love to see you there. And as Deb mentioned earlier, if you have anybody that you'd like to honor, drop it in the comments, send us a message, call us, email us. We would love to hear your story. That's the big thing coming up right now. We also have our golf tournament that we do yearly. That will be August 1st. We are thrilled that we will be able to be at the Red Hawk Golf here in Sparks, Nevada again. Like many events last year, we did have to have a slightly different event. So we are just over the moon to be able to have an event close to what we're used to this August 1st. So again, go to our website, shoot us a message, contact us. So we'd love to have you there. And really the big thing that we're looking forward to is this year, as Kristopher mentioned, honoring our veterans, honoring our community members that have walked with us in this journey that's been years in the making, and honoring our volunteers that have also walked with us in this time, and really making sure that this is a place that our entire state can be very proud of, and present that opportunity for various people to honor their family members, to honor their community members, their neighbors, and be a place for teaching.
Well, can you share the website?
Yes,
because there's a lot going on, and I was just on the website, and everything is there. You can make a donation, you can do the golf, everything is there. So what is the website?
Okay, so we've got our website is NVMP. That's November Victor Mama Papa .us. You can find all of our information there. We are also on Facebook and Instagram, and you could always shoot me an email. That's mwerder, M for Millie, WER, Romeo, D is a Delta, ER.
Man,
nvmp.us.
She's got this down, Millie. I think we're going to take Millie everywhere with us. You totally got it down. So I'm going to take it back to Kristopher. So what inspired you, or was there a moment in your life where you said, I need to get involved, not just with the city, but with this memorial?
So I've always, actually, one of the things not on your list is I'm not a veteran. I've never been able to be. And it's because I started being a pastor. And there's so many times I stopped and thought about going to be a chaplain or jumping in, and it just never seemed right for me. But it always was something I wanted. And so I have valued our veterans from the time I was very young. I have family members who have been veterans who have gone, and I've cheered them on. Then as a pastor, I've stood with many as they walk through some of their hardest times. And that's really been my place. I've been kind of just a place to talk, lifting up their arms and helping them with some direction. And then when I got involved in this, it made so much sense to me. And especially for our culture, to have something in the ground that even if and when I'm dead and gone, that there'll be something in the ground for my kids, my great-grandkids, that they can come and say, this is what we stand for. Our freedom does matter. America is an amazing country, and I love our country. And so I value it greatly. So for me, it has to do with that bigger picture. And now I actually get to be a chaplain for veterans, which is the closest thing you can be to just being enlisted, I guess. But I love it, love it, love it. And this is a way to give back to our community, let the whole community be involved and be a part of it. So I just love it.
I like it. Well, it's time for break again. So don't go away. And as we mentioned in the comments, whether it's replay or you're watching it live, please be sure to honor your loved one, no matter who it is. And even somebody in your family right now who is going to go into the service. And so we can pray for them and be right there to cheer them on. So we're going to take a quick break. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. When we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get involved and tell you about the bricks. You have to stay tuned to find out about the bricks. Be right back.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopRex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, a.k.a. Debbie McCarthy, because some people think I don't even have a name because, hey, there's About Town Deb. But I am my town, your town, any town, and I'm honored to be in Sparks Town in Nevada today. And it's amazing, and it's a beautiful day. We're all just happy to be out. And so we're talking about the Veterans Memorial here. It is beautiful, and it's going to be, I can't even wait. If you missed in the beginning, we had a little video to show the rendering. Is that right?
Yes, and they can always go back and look at it. You can go to our website, and you can look at it, the renderings there, all the things. Before I get too much farther, I would like to give Debbie something.
What do I get?
She gets an official shirt. She's part of the gang.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
So you wear it around town.
I will wear it around town, all towns.
And then here's one of our coins.
I get a coin. Look.
So this is our Nevada Veterans Memorial coin. We have new ones that come out all the time. We're working on one now.
So how does tell us about the coin now?
So the coin, these are challenge coins, and it's funny. I'll tell you a story. So
tell me about the challenge.
Ron taught me about these.
Tell us about that.
He would always catch me without my coin because he wanted me to buy him a drink because that's the rule.
Oh, okay. What's the rule then?
So what happens is you take the coin and you give it to someone, and it's like this serious thing. And so now you have to have this. If I ask you, do you have your coin?
Can I keep it in my purse?
It has to be on you.
On your body?
On your
person? Oh, in a purse. Okay.
Which is a little harder. I don't carry a purse.
No, but I can put it in a purse.
But Ron would always ask me, we go out to eat, and he'd be like, you got your coin? And I'm like, oh, dang it. So I'd be buying him drinks all the time.
He was smart.
Oh, he loved that. So it's one of the things just to honor. There's a lot of different coins out there for different military.
You know what?
Things.
I wish my dad was here to. My dad would love this.
Oh, yeah.
This is in honor of Papa.
Yeah,
thank you. I will keep this in my purse. And he's probably going to ask me, do you have it? Like, and I'm going to say, hi, got it. Because I carry my purse. Well, I do lose maybe it'll be my good luck charm and I won't lose my purse, Georgia. She's always like getting on me. But thank you. I am honored. I will definitely be wearing this.
Well, this is in theme of what we're going to talk about. How do you get involved? There's a few different ways. One is you can just tell people about us. And I think it's important you do that because this is for the community. And I just want to talk about the bricks for a moment.
Yeah.
So the bricks, we purposely priced how we did. And some people actually came to us and said, you should not sell a brick for $100. You're not making enough money on them. And I said, well, the problem is there's some people that's hard for them to be able to afford. And we want to make sure that anybody can get a brick in here. So there's bricks for $100, $250, $500, or $1,000 that you can put in here. So if you have more money, then please go get a $1,000 brick. But if you struggle, and $100 is quite a bit of money. And so we want to make sure that is honored and taken care of. And so those will go in, and you don't have to be a veteran to buy a brick. And it's real important you catch that because I'm in places and people say, I can't buy a brick. I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran. And what it does is you just get to put on there, I support you. Thank you for your service. You can put your name, your family name, something in the ground that just says you're a part of us celebrating our veterans and the freedoms we have. So any questions or thoughts you'd throw out there for people on this brick idea?
Absolutely. I think you brought up a great point that you don't have to be a veteran or know a veteran or be related to a veteran to walk with us in this journey. We have already many bricks placed that were ordered when this first started. So if you come down to the Sparks Marina, you can see just an example. If some say, thank you, veterans. Very simple, but very powerful. Some have specific names of fallen loved ones. Some have family names, as Kristopher mentioned. And obviously the bigger bricks, you can be more creative. You can add logos, you can add more lines. And we have lots of bricks that have the names and the branches that they served in. So it is really a way, for example, my family gifted a brick to my in-laws for my son's great-grandfather who served. So that is a very special thing for us, because when it gets placed, he'll be able to walk through here and we'll be able to say, that was your great-grandfather, and really make that a talking point and show him, look at everyone else's great-grandfathers.
So, one of the things that I tell people, and I also can tell you, though, we cannot build this thing by selling bricks only. We don't.
We could.
I wish we could, because we'd be rolling. It actually just costs too much. And so, with that said, we also have other ways to give. Behind us over here, you'll see there's a donor wall, a couple donor walls of people who have stepped up and have been able to give more. And so, if that's something that interests you and you want to get more involved, please feel free to do so. We are a 501c3. A lot of times people do ask us also, so where does this money go? Because you are spending it off, But I'm 100% volunteer. All of us are, except one person, which I am happy she's not, is Millie, because she runs so many different things. We got to a place that we had too many things going on, and it had to be ran by somebody. And so she works part-time for us and does a fantastic job. I'm sure at times she feels like it's a full-time job, but she does a great job. But do know that your finances, the overhead's very light, and it really goes into this. Now, I'm going to talk about Q&D for a second, because there are a construction company that got involved, but we also saw Clark and Sullivan get involved in the beginning. We have JK Architect and a lot of different groups. But Q&D is stepping up in this round, and they've committed to build this next phase for a few reasons. One is because they knew Ron Smith, and they knew how much it meant to him that this would get done. And the cool thing is this is going to be done by September, and we can have a service for Ron as well. Because when Ron passed away, it was middle of COVID, and we really couldn't have a service. So our hope it's for the family is that we can open this up and have a service for Ron as well. And so we have a lot of purpose behind what we're doing here. It's very definitely a passion for us. But one of the things you can get involved is by getting involved, your time. And someone let Millie share, because she actually really runs a lot of this for us. But please know, if you're looking for a place to make a difference, it doesn't take a lot. It just takes a little bit of time, but this is a place you can get involved.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kristopher. And absolutely, we would love to work with you. So that is the majority of what I do in a day-to-day, is talking to you as a community partner, as a company owner, as a family member. We will chat with you and see what you're willing to give, what you're wanting to give, and how best we can use your skills. So if you're someone that likes to take pictures, we just had a gentleman walk by, and he said, "Hey, I love taking pictures. Can I share pictures of the plaza?" Hi, we're so excited to meet you. And if you have time and you'd like to work with us in the events, we have plenty of things that we can have for an event. If you have different skill sets, we've got graphic designers. Actually, Kristopher's son, he donates so much of his time and amazing skills in helping us with that. And so really anything at all, what we'd love to hear from you is, hey, I would like to get involved. And then at that point, we'd have a conversation with you. We have events. We have all the good documents. If you're an Excel person, if you want to be a part of our volunteer meetings. And then if you're a storyteller, if you're a veteran and just would like to chat, we have people who their biggest give for us is rounding the troops, getting us invigorated for the next event, getting us excited, getting us motivated, and reminding us every day why we're doing this. So we'd love to have you, however you're willing to come.
Well, you said something interesting. You were saying, storytellers. I love today when us just being here setting up, we would have somebody walk by and they're like, "What you doing? What, what's that?" And so you would ask them, "Have you been here before?" "Oh, yes." So people come here and they sit and they remember and they want to share their stories. So is there a way that you could volunteer as to go visit the veterans, or to go listen, or like maybe be here and clean? I don't know. I just know it was pretty cool today to get to talk to a few people, and you could tell they just wanted to chat with us.
But I'd say right now it really is about 10% done.
Yeah.
So it's funny how much we love this, and we're going to really love when it's finished. Right. But there's going to be probably an ambassador program that's really wise to create here for people to understand. Even once we get the education path in, there's going to be a lot of places for volunteers And even in that, but also keeping it clean, making sure we take care of it. Because, sadly, there are some people who don't understand how to take care of something so precious. And we're here to remind them in a very nice, kindly way.
No, I agree.
You do not mess with our place.
Well, yeah, because it's time and talent. It's not just like you said. Of course, we would love to have big, huge donations, but your time and your talent is so important. I have the feeling we might be having somebody's son is coming up with a puppy.
We have a visitor
coming up. So, so definitely. So if they want to get involved, is it the website the best way, or is there what would that be the best way?
You can go to the website. My email's all over the website. You could also email me. You can call us. We have a Google line. You can reach out to us, or you can reach out to us on social media. All of that, you'll most likely end up with me, chatting with me. So we would love to talk with you about that.
Well, before we go to break, you were saying end up with you. What inspired you to get involved? We've talked about Kristopher, but I want to hear about how you got involved, and we'll finish it when we come back, and then we're going to visit with our little guest over here.
Well, and that's a great question. Thank you for asking. The biggest reason is my little brother. He went into the Marines straight out of high school. And as a big sister, that was the most terrifying, heartbreaking thing I could have heard. We grew up a very patriotic family, but you always think, not my brother. And it was the most proud I've ever been. It's the most proud he's ever been. He continues to serve. He is now re-enlisting in a different branch, and it's something he wants to do for his entire life. But really, if I were to say it simply, is I thought of every veteran that I interacted with at that point here as my brother. There were times that he was in places that we didn't know, doing things we didn't know. I couldn't reach him for various days, weeks. And so he's the driving force here. And connecting us back to the storytelling is, I really think that storytelling is the main foundation of all cultures worldwide. And for us to be able to present this place as a place for storytelling, whether you're walking by or meeting a group, bringing your classroom, bringing your family, and the younger generations, to continue that storytelling will be to continue honoring the veterans and remembering them.
Well, thank you. That was so touching, and I love it. And I know because of my dad is why I want to be so involved too. So it is about the story. It's about continuing the legacy and being there for our kids and our grandkids, so that they don't ever forget where they came from and who fought for us. So we're going to take another break. We come back. We may get a little personal when we come back. I want to see where both of these guys have planned for the next few years. So hang tight to City Talk with About Town Deb.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this. To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the fourth and final segment. It goes so fast. So I want to, oh my God. We're going to welcome a new guest here. So
Yes,
we have somebody's baby, I heard.
This is my youngest son, Noah.
And we have somebody's baby's baby.
There we go. Look at this. Oh, and who is this?
This is Nova.
This is Nova.
Nova and Noah.
Oh, Nova and Nova. And what kind of dog is this?
She is a full Australian Shepherd. Blue Merle.
Okay. Well, since we have, squat down a little bit. Since we have you here. Okay. Look, we're getting a little personal.
All right.
So do you have like a fun story you can tell me about your dad? I don't know. Like, I know he's an amazing dad, or tell me, I know your mom is incredible.
He dropped me once when I was a kid.
What?
He did. He dropped me.
There's more to that story.
Come on.
No, I'm going to just leave it at that.
No, you can't do that. Get back here. You cannot do that. Don't be doing that.
We're in Target. He's in a basket.
Okay.
And I look over in the corner of my eyes and he's jumping at me.
What?
He used to do this off the stairs and stuff, and I'd catch him, but
He always
right
caught
now,
me.
I always caught him.
I wouldn't have dropped my son. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say is I would not have dropped my son.
I look
But,
over and I see him and I grab him and he, boom. All the moms in Target were ready to have me. I'll tell you what, this kid screams so loud.
Okay. Now, on a serious note, is there something that, so your dad here is a goer.
Yeah.
And he cares about the community and he's about integrity and heart and soul. Is there something that you could remember a time that really you went, wow, that's my dad?
I mean, all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Like, my friends go to him for advice.
Oh.
So it's like, it's just, I don't know. Everything he does, like, even just being a politician, it's crazy to just be like, yeah, that's my dad. And, obviously, like, it comes with things for me. Like, I have to always be, watch what I say and be myself, like, there's a line with it for me, too. So, like, that affects it. But, everything I do is just like, wow, that's crazy. I'll be driving. I'm like, oh, that's my dad. Like, I'll see his signs and
that's my dad.
It's my dad. That's crazy. It's just crazy to think about because not like 99% of people can't say that. So,
But you also have a mom who's incredible as well. So you put those two together, you guys could only win.
I say everyone in my family is like doing amazing things. And then, I'm mowing lawns, but it's all right.
It's okay. No. Are you mowing? It's okay.
I'm playing.
No.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, but, my mom's got her cake business. My dad's doing all this. My brother just started a clothing business,
Ooh, that's right.
Josiah Apparel. And, we're all doing good. So, I think his whole life story can just be shown through through his family and, how everyone's doing. And I don't know. It's a good man, so...
Well, we're honored to have him part of our community.
I want you to know, you never know when you ask him. He had no idea. He was just walking by.
He was just walking by.
This is not scripted at all.
That's what I do. I just bring people in. No, but you know what? It's about family at the end of the day. And, it starts with home. And then it goes to your neighborhood, your community, and beyond. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm going to get teary-eyed too, because I love seeing families together, and I think it's important that our kids know who we are, and we are show them to be a good example and to be a part of our community. And that's what you're doing. And you're part of the community. And I can't wait to see where you're going to be in 5 years from now.
Crazy to think
so
about.
where do you think you might be 5 years from now? I'm going to ask your dad the same question. And Millie.
I have so many things just going crazy. I was just in Portland like a year ago, and I didn't think I was going to be moving. And then COVID, so it's like I have so many open roads that are just there that I could be anywhere. I could be here. I could be, I literally could be anywhere. So my dream always was, I was working in Portland for the Moda Center for the NBA. And so I'm a huge sports guy. So I loved doing that. And then I was hoping that it'd be along those lines, but now I'm, my high school basketball coach owns a lawn service company, and I've been doing that. So you never know. Landscaping is where the money's at. So
listen, somebody's got to keep those lawns good.
Exactly.
Well, we are definitely grateful to have you pop in. So thank you, and so good to meet you. And we're gonna go to Millie over here because she's been quiet for a while. We don't want to leave Millie out. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You're number one, a new mom. I know you're probably doing all the mom stuff, but in the community, do you see yourself taking a bigger role in this, or what do you see?
Oh, definitely. And I did want to add a little bit about Kristopher now that I have the chance. Knowing him a little over a year now, to answer what you had asked is, Kristopher sees everybody as family. So the way he treats everybody is like his family. So a testament of what a great father he is. He's just a fantastic role model, a fantastic community member. And we talked earlier about all the different hats he wears, and that's just the hats he tells us all about, or he talks about right now. The reason why I think he wears all those hats is because he has this drive to serve, and he serves everyone and anyone. I've never heard him say no, even when it's for his own sanity. He can't say no to helping. So with that, I truly hope that I have the opportunity and the blessing to continue to work here and just see where it's going to be. It's going to change so drastically physically in these next couple of months, but that's when the real gold starts to happen, right? My background is in education and in nonprofits and in outreach. And so that's where I really hope that we can make this something that is talked about and used for years. And you'll be hearing from me if you own a company, if you work at a school, if you're a teacher, if you are a homeschooler mom, you're going to hear from me, because I'm really hoping that we can use this space to the extent. My goal is that it's booked 24/7, that it's so packed and people will be rubbing elbows, talking, telling their stories. And so in 5 years, I hope I'm here. My family, we're setting our roots here. We are thrilled to call Nevada home. We are both transplants for a little over 5 years now, and we are just over the moon to be able to raise our son here. And so 5 years I'll be here in this town.
I love it. 5 years I'm still going to be here too, and I'm going to be helping you with. I'm going to be one of those. I'm going to be an ambassador. Like when people come in, I'm going to be chatting with the veterans. I want to be the listener to the veterans.
And that's a huge way to
I want to listen. I want to listen. And I want to hold their hand and hug them and say thank you. That's what I want to be doing in 5 years.
Perfect. Well, hey,
so let's remember that.
Right,
I want to do that. So Kristopher, we have about 2 more minutes where we can really dig in deep. So is there something that you would want to say to everybody to know out there? Why? And we already know why it's important, but where you see yourself going and where you see this in 5 years?
So in 5 years, I really want to see this complete and being used. And I do foresee seeing Millie there, because there's no way I can do what that is. And so with that, I want to see this complete, paid off, ready to go, and really serving our community and our state and anybody comes through and teaching. For me personally, I'm honored to be a city councilman, and I love being a city councilman. I really do. There is another piece that is in the puzzle right now. I'm running for Secretary of State for the great state of Nevada. But it's heartburn. I want you to know.
I know.
Because I love what I do.
I know.
But I see that I'd like to believe that on a state level that I can get in, and hopefully by valuing people and treating people correctly, that we can change the landscape of how we do politics. I know that sounds crazy.
No.
Maybe a little, so I've had some people say that might be naive. I'm not kidding.
Listen, I am just like you.
But for me, I have a life goal of treating people correctly and trying to make change. My degrees in organizational leadership. I love running things well, and I want to see that happen. But it also comes with treating people well. So we'll see what happens. But 2022, Secretary of State.
I love it. And to go off what you said, my dad used to tell me, darling, all you got to do is love and be kind. And that's all you have to do. Like he said, your job is to be you and to love. I don't care what else you do. If you can love people with your whole heart, then you're doing something right. And that's what you're doing. You're giving back, and so are you. And I feel like if we all surround ourselves with people who truly care and truly are doing what we do for the right reasons, we can accomplish anything. And our great state is going to rock it even more. And this is going to be amazing. And I just want to thank you both. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart, both. And Millie, I'm so happy I got to meet Millie. I have another new friend.
Please come to, make sure you come.
I will.
May 15th.
Okay, so tell us one more time about the telethon.
Okay. Telethon will be airing on Colo 8. Thank you, Colo 8. 4 p.m. Pacific time, May 15th. That's this May 15th.
This May 15th.
You can join us on TV. You can join us on our YouTube channel. Follow our website, our Facebook, our Instagram for details on how to do that.
Okay. And before I forget, I can't forget, Happy Mother's Day again. Wild River Grill is having an amazing brunch. Please go. Or you can have dinner there as well. And also, don't forget, I am doing a fundraiser with our team. Our interns planned it at 10 Tour on Mill Street in Reno, Nevada. It's for NYAP, Nevada Youth Empowerment Project. They're amazing, and these gals need our help. So we're going to have bingo, the biggest little fashion truck. So bingo, fashion, we have a big raffle basket, and your $20 get you in for bingo on your first drink. And the proceeds of the raffle, a portion of the proceeds, are all going to go to NYAP. So we love them. We love our community. We have a few more seconds. So last thoughts. This is your last chance.
I want to say, Deb, you're awesome. Thank you for all you do. And I tell you, it's okay that you help Reno, but thank you for jumping over into Sparks and really making it pop. We love you very much. Really, we love being on your show, and we love what you do.
Well, you'll be back again. I am not just Reno. I love everybody. Remember? Reno, Carson, Sparks, El Dorado, Wine Country. I love the world. So you guys have an amazing Mother's Day. Having a great afternoon. And if you need us, we're all here for you. You know how to find us. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. We'll see you next week. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to be because it's going to be a surprise, but I'll be on location. Have a great night.